Hi, my name is Miss Rachel. I'm an art teacher at Edna Arts, and I teach art and animals, youth classes. We have so much fun, and usually I get to see you guys at Winterfest and make some art projects that you get to make and take home. This year's a little different though. You're going to get to stay home and make your project. I'm going to show you how to make this really cute little melty snowman. He can dance, so we're going to have fun doing that today. Let's get started. All right, let's begin making our paper plate melting snowman. Let's go through our materials first. Make sure you have everything out and ready. You will need a paper plate, coloring materials, a straw, the paper plate melting snowman template, glue, scissors, and for the snowman, I have white felt here, but you could use fabric. You could use an old towel or maybe even a paper towel if you don't have white felt. There's some extras that you could add on, like maybe a little bit of snow or a material that might look like snow, something like this. Pretty little gems or beads at home if you rummage around and find some of that kind of stuff to add some extra zip to your project. Maybe some Google eyes. The next step is to color. You can color with any coloring materials you want. I used markers, but you could use paint, crayons, colored pencils, anything that you like. When you color your paper plate, you can use any coloring materials you like. I used markers, and your background can look, there's two examples. One is just a design, and the other one is more like a background with trees. You could get as detailed or creative as you want to. Take your time doing your coloring really nicely, because that's what's going to make it really special. So I'm coloring the scarf right now first, and notice the scarf comes in 3 pieces, right? I tend to like to color and then cut just in case I go out of the line, then I'm not too worried about it, because then it'll just get cut off, right? You do not have to color his snowman body. The fabric is going to take care of that for us. This template does not need to be colored. I'm going to make it a little fancy over here with some stripes of orange and yellow. Now I'm ready to cut. Okay, I want to take a moment to talk about scissor skills. Using scissors can be challenging if you're not used to it. So let me give you a few little tips. This round part of the scissors, that's where your thumb goes. Okay, and all the rest of your fingers, as many as you can fit, go in the other long part of the scissors. And then you just open and close, open and close. If you need some adult help with this, ask an adult to help you maybe hold the paper and take your time. There's no rush. All right, it's time to cut out our pieces. So we want to cut all our pieces out. 2 parts of the scarf, scarf A and scarf B. The arms can be a little bit tricky because they're pointy. Sometimes it's easy to move the paper, and this is getting a little tricky for me to cut. So I'm going to cut really far along the arm, and then it's going to make it easier for me to hold a smaller piece of paper. Make it easier on yourself by cutting those pieces out. Let's do the hat. Then I'm gonna do the nose next. And I'll cut the buttons and the eyes out too. So these last 2 pieces that I'm cutting out are going to be actually cut out of felt. These are just templates. So we're not gonna use these actual paper pieces. And this is where you wanna take your piece of white felt or fabric or whatever you have to use. I'm going to use a black marker and trace the snowman's body. So see how this is just a template. And I'm going to do the same thing with this rectangle. Watch this. Now I only have to draw 2 lines because that one and that one are the corner. I'm going to cut these shapes out. So your edges don't have to be perfect. A melting snowman wouldn't have perfectly straight edges, so don't worry too much. Cutting felt or fabric can be a little bit difficult sometimes. Okay, there's my snowman shape all cut out. Now it's time to glue the pieces on. I'm going to glue the hat on first. Just a little bit of glue. I'm going to get his eyes glued on right away. One here and one here. Oh, that scarf, nice warm scarf. Put my glue down and then tap the paper into it. Oh, he's starting to look nice and cozy with his scarf and hat. One arm on that side, one arm on this side. And like I said, if you have Google eyes or anything extra that you might have at home that you want to put on there, you can. All right, now we're ready to put our snowman together. There we go. Now it's time to attach the straw to the back of your snowman. Okay, to attach the straw onto your snowman, put a little bit of glue only at the top. You don't want to glue all the way along the straw because otherwise your snowman won't be able to dance around. I'm going to show you on the back here. It's only glued at the top, and then we're going to put this rectangular strip on either side of the straw. We're going to glue that down about halfway down, and that's just to support the straw more. All right, I'm going to set that aside. You're going to need to cut a little slit in your paper to be able to hold the straw. Might need a little adult help with this because you have to kind of take your scissors and punch a little hole through the plate and make a little cut for your straw to fit in. Now it's time to attach the snowman into the slit of the paper plate. So this has been set aside to dry, and my glue is nice and dry. Remember, only gluing the top of the straw and on the sides of the fabric rectangle so that your snowman can move. We're going to stick the straw into the slit that we made. I'm going to turn it over so you can see the back, how the slit is there and the straw is in there. If you have any fluffy things at home that you might want to use for snow, you can lay that down and glue that on. The dancing, melting snowman! Yay! Snowman party! That was super fun! You should check out some of the other classes that we have. We have classes of all ages: ceramics, painting, drawing, dance, and they start in January, so don't forget.